Hey guys, I have a book review today, and I also passed my permit test today, so yay me! The book review is going to be on the third book of the Serpentwar Saga, go figure, and it's Rage of a Demon King, and the title pretty much says it all. We find out that the third player was a demon. So if you haven't read the first or second book, I am going to say a lot that probably won't make sense to you, so I highly suggest that you read the first or second book before watching this. And so we leave off on our basic plot that we started, you know, the lizard men and the serpent men on this quest to raise their goddess. It gets a lot confusing in this book because a lot of things change. And so basically, we're still in that war. They've reached Krondor, so all that preparation they were doing in the first and second book is going to come to a boil now because the invaders come to their land. And so they're preparing for this, but then they find out that they have like magic that was way more than they thought than they could handle. So they're basically in this very big battle, and it's turning out to be pretty bad as they keep pulling back, trying to keep them from advancing. So Erick and Roo are still in it, but I can honestly say that you get a pretty fair amount of other point of views, and so it's not only Erick and Roo, and I can't say that they were the main characters of the story, that it was pretty balanced out with other characters' point of views. When Pug and all the other magicians get involved, it's just like a lost cause, because I thought Roo and Erick were going to be the main characters, and that this situation was perfect for them to handle with Roo's finances and cunning, and Erick's soldier abilities. I thought that a battle for the world was good enough for them to handle, but once Pug and all the other magicians get involved, the story just takes on a whole different, it just veers off in a different direction, and we find out that the lizard people and the serpent people are being manipulated by a demon, and so the lizard people manipulated the lizard people, and now the lizard people got manipulated by the serpent people, and now the serpent people are getting manipulated by a demon, and it just basically Pug can handle an army. Pug can destroy an entire army. That's why when he gets involved, I knew it was going to be a lost cause, because it has to be something that Pug can barely handle, something new to Pug, in order to make it like to have Pug involved in the storyline. So Roo and Erick pretty much just got ditched, because now they're not the main characters. They basically aren't going to be the ones to save the day. It's going to be Pug and his magicians. And so Roo and Erick pretty much just got ditched, and they were your main characters for like the first two books, and then once Pug gets involved, it's just like, oh, let's just make Pug the hero like he always is, because he's a big, great magician, and let's make the story way bigger than it already was. And so it's just like, okay. And then beside the fact that the demon was manipulating the serpent people, who were manipulating the lizard people, someone was manipulating the demon. And I was just like, okay, this got way bigger than it needed to. I was hoping Roo and Erick would be the main characters, and while this is well written, and I liked when they involved the life stone into it and Kayla's part, because Kayla was a big character in the first two books too, even though we don't really get point of views from him. We just love him, and we love his involvement. I like that about Kayla, how he was involved with the life stone, which they were trying to protect by having this war on Krondor. So it was just like, wow, really? Because basically the first plot that we get that the Emerald Queen is using the serpent people to bring back her Valharu body or something, and you know, for them to raise their goddess. And I think the Emerald Queen was supposed to be like a reincarnation of the Valharu goddess, something like that, and they needed the life stone to destroy all life on the planet to please their goddess and bring her back. So that was what I thought was going on. But when Pug gets involved, it turns out some big, huge life some big huge god or something is using this demon king to destroy life on Earth, and we don't know why. And so that they didn't even tell you why this nameless god wanted to destroy all life on Midkemia. So involving Pug and all that was pretty pointless in my opinion. And while I thought this was really good written, like really well written book, I'm very disappointed that I thought Roo and Erick were going to be the main characters, the one to save the day, and then they pretty much get ditched because Pug's going to be the one to save the day. And so that's basically what happened. And the whole, you start off small with the Pantathians manipulating the serpent people, the lizard people, because the Pantathians are the serpent people. And then it just becomes very, very big, and you're just like, what the heck? This is nothing that Erick and Roo can solve. And, it's not. It's Pug and all his magician friends. And I was just like, okay, that really disappointed me. So while it was well written and it did make sense, you just have to follow through. It just ditched Roo and Erick pretty much, and that they weren't going to be like the ones saving the day like you thought. Like when you get introduced to the characters in the first book, you think, oh, the main character is going to be the one that's going to do some good, do some like saving the day or saving the lives of, all the Midkemians, and they just threw in Pug and made it a bigger deal than it already was, and I just was sad. And I just keep repeating the fact that I can't believe they ditched Roo and Erick. And so the first one I gave a 9 out of 10, really good, I liked it. Next one I gave it 8 out of 10 because Roo and Erick were getting a little downplayed. And then this one I'm giving a 7 out of 10 because while it was well written, Roo and Erick pretty much got totally ditched. And it was Pug and all his magician friends that ended up saving the day. And I thought that was a pretty terrible thing to do because it made no sense. You're expecting to follow these two characters throughout the whole book. You're expecting them to be the ones to save the day. You're expecting the story to stay relatively the same. It was already complicated enough as it was, and then they just piled complication on top of complication that to the point where only a magician could solve it. And so 7 out of 10. I was kind of confused. I understood it. I understood what happened, but I was confused as to why it happened. And I understood the book great. I understand what went on and what was going on and what they're trying to say, but what confused me is why Roo and Erick were totally left out and didn't get to save the day like you thought they would. And so if you like Pug, the Magician, and the Riftwar Saga and all that, I would continue the series for the Serpentwar Saga. And I loved it. I loved because I already got enough of Pug from the Riftwar books, and I already saw what he could do with his powers, and then I was very excited to see a different point of view. Two normal boys trying to do the best they can to save the people they love, and then Pug comes in and saves the day again. So that was that. 7 out of 10. I still enjoyed the series, but this is going to be another forgettable one about me where like I won't recommend it, and I just won't remember it down the road. And I just I can't say it's bad, but I can't say it's, oh my god, the best I've ever read. So, enjoyable, 7 out of 10. Very disappointed from the first 2 books, like I said, and so that's all I can say about it. Tell me your guys' thoughts, how you felt about the sudden change and introduction to all these bigger-than-life things that Raymond E. Feist added. So, thanks for your time. Bye.